Okay, so this is a WordPress website that later I'm going to turn into a static website. And after that, I don't have to worry about updating plugins of this website. I also don't have to worry about speed or security. And as you mentioned, I can stop paying for the monthly hosting. So these are some benefits if you are turning your WordPress website into a static one. But even that, there are some limitations that you need to be aware of. So in this video, I'm going to show you the step-by-step process to turn your WordPress website into a static website that later can be hosted into platforms like Netlify, GitHub Pages, Cloudflare, among many others. So without further ado, let me show you how you can do it. First, let's navigate to the dashboard of your website and then go to plugins and click add a plugin, because of course we want to install a new plugin, and the name of this plugin is simply static. This is completely free, it is easy to use, and it is very popular for turning a WordPress website into a static website. Just click install and click activate, and after that you can open the settings of the plugin. So out of the box, this plugin should work right away, and there is nothing that you have to change. Maybe you can, if you have anything that you want to customize, you can check the settings page, but I do recommend to also check the diagnostic page, because this will tell you if there is any problem on your website that you need to fix, and if there is one, then you have to fix it first before you can create the static version of your WordPress website. Now after that, you can go to activity log and then click generate. So just wait for this plugin to turn your WordPress website into a static file, and this will take maybe several seconds up to several minutes depending on the size of your website. In my experience, usually this can be done in less than 5 minutes, but I do have a big website that took about 30 minutes to finish, so that's actually really big. But eventually I was able to get the zip file or the static version of the website. Now apparently it is done or almost done. There you go, only about 30 seconds for almost 3,000 pages, so that's actually pretty fast. Click download and you'll get the zip file that later we can upload into platforms like Netlify, Cloudflare, or GitHub Pages, or tiny hosts. There are plenty of options out there, but for this video I will actually use Cloudflare because that's the platform that I'm most familiar with, but of course you can also use other platforms that you prefer. Now I'm going to navigate to the login button, just log into my account, and after that go to compute and AI, click workers and pages, and after that click create application. So apparently the file has been downloaded. Now click upload your static files, and I'll just drag and drop the simply static file into this. So we got this error message. It's kind of weird because it doesn't mean that your website has to be within 25 megabytes. It is actually not that. It is more about every single item, every single file in your zip file should be no more than 25 megabytes. So in theory, you could have images in your WordPress website with the size of 24 megabytes each, and those can still be uploaded into Cloudflare. So that's just one clarification that I need to make, because yeah, it's kind of weird that Cloudflare is giving you that message, but in reality that doesn't mean that your website has to fit within 25 megabytes. Anyway, I'll just click deploy, and this will take, I guess this is not going to take a long time, but it depends on a lot of factors like the size and your internet speed, because we are actually uploading the files into Cloudflare Pages or maybe any other platform that you use. So I guess I'll just skip it and I'll just show you the next step that you can follow. Alright, so this is what you would see after the website has been deployed. You can click visit to see the static version of your WordPress website. And by the way, of course, all the images, the pages, the blog posts, and basically any page or any content that you have in the WordPress version will still be available and accessible in the static version. And yes, the website is fully searchable. It is basically indexed on Google, so you can still receive visits from search engines, although you cannot update your website anymore. I mean, you cannot create a blog post because this is not a CMS like WordPress. And you might notice that there could be some or a few things that could break. Like for example, this is actually from a plugin, and since the static website is not working with that plugin anymore, it is showing this loading error message basically. And yeah, that's just one among many things that you have to double check before you actually committing into a static website. So this is mostly used for landing page, for company profile, or for portfolio website. Then yeah, static website makes a lot of sense. If anything, it is actually the best option compared to a WordPress website. But if you're running, let's say, an e-commerce website, or perhaps you're running a sort of course or learning website like that, where you want to update the content dynamically, then I think static website is not the answer. It is not the best option. But other than that, I would say for a lot of businesses and use cases, I gotta say that static website is definitely the option that is more logical and practical. So yeah, that's essentially a few things that you need to know. But also, if you want to have a custom domain, you can actually click, I believe it was the settings right here, and then you can select a custom domain for your website. So I forgot what it was. There's actually a custom domain option somewhere in here. Yeah, this is actually a new interface, by the way. The previous version of Cloudflare Pages doesn't look like this, so this is kind of new. And yeah, usually you can find some sort of domain name somewhere in here. Yeah, I think it is in the settings. Yeah, I believe it is in the setting, or oh yeah, this one. So this is where you can select a custom domain. And by the way, if you want to make some changes on the website, the only way you can do that is by creating another export, or basically changing that in WordPress version and then creating another export. And after that, you can create a new deployment. It's still on the same website. You can click new deployment and you can upload the new file with the new update. So that basically means if you want to change the website in the future, then you need to have the copy of WordPress. So one solution that I could recommend, or I could imagine using, is by downloading the website or backing the website, and then you can open it again when you actually want to change something. Or perhaps you can also use a plugin called WP Migrate. So there is a plugin called WP Migrate, and that's the best plugin if you want to export your website into local WP. So this is the plugin WP Migrate Lite, and you can use local WP. This is actually a tool that I highly recommend if you want to have a local WordPress installation on your computer. It is free, it is easy to use, and you can keep the copy of your WordPress website using local WP, and you can have the online version of your website via Cloudflare Pages, or basically the static version of the website. So yeah, that's basically everything that you need to know about converting your WordPress website into a static website. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.